everyone. Thank you very much for watching the Magnificent Mags channel. As always, please continue to like, comment, share and subscribe. And as always, please do the same for my friends over at Magpie 24/7, Magpie Ultras and NUFC 360. Thank you very much for watching, and here's my cup final preview. Last one before Wembley, where I travel down tomorrow. So hello everyone, it's my final pre-match preview before London and Wembley tomorrow. Welcome back to the Magnificent Mags channel. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. I hope you're done with work, or nearly done. Sorry Mick, and I in till 6. Got to get them MOTs done. But yes, yeah, we'll go London and Wembley. I know some of you's already down there today. My mate Jimmy went down this morning about 7:30, 8 o'clock. He said Wembley, getting ahead of myself, he said Central was full of black and white and it's decked out everywhere. So I just want to come out, I've come to town, I want to get one last bucket hat before we do go down there tomorrow. I'm driving and leaving about 8 AM and then we're going to look to be in Covent Garden by 4 PM. So just before I go into town, just having a little walk around Ousburn, but I'm just up the road at the moment in Shieldfield, next to the old Greyhound Stadium, for those of you who are eagle-eyed. And yes, this is it. We've finally got to it. It's cup final weekend. Massive weekend. Look, I'm not going to try and downplay it. Some people say, like, yeah, I know we got overhyped 2 years ago. Everyone maybe got a bit too emotional. And yes, I was there, and I do agree that I feel like we're just happy to be back there because of all the malaise and just turgidness, utter crap that we had for 14 years under Mike Ashley. And he wrote off any ambition, didn't he? Just saying cups aren't a priority. So that just killed any ambition. But since the takeover, the slogan is, right, we've got the club back. And yes, this cup final does mean everything because so many fans have came and gone. Yeah, like, honestly, this is just for everyone. This cup final, yes, it is a World Cup final. People might mock and say Liverpool don't act like that, but Liverpool are used to success. Look at it this way. Since we met Liverpool in that 1974 FA Cup final, and I've looked this up because I wasn't born till September 87, so I've only had minor, compared to others who are still alive, Wembley disappointments. Mine being obviously 1998, 1999, the 2000 FA Cup's semi-final defeat when we should have beat Chelsea. And then actually going back before that, the Charity Shield when Man U thumped with 4-0 after signing Shearer. And then obviously we had, wasn't a final, but we've had the disappointments, haven't we, of Cardiff in 2005. That was just after a massively damaging defeat physically and mentally against Sporting Lisbon, and we went out when we were leading that and should have went through. Marseille, you could say, we should have done that in 2003 for that semi-final. We should have been in that final. There's been so many disappointments up until Ashley came in, and we've just always been the bridesmaids, the nearly team. And none of we've all said this, we've watched the videos this week, great content from Pete Graves when he's been up in Hexham and he's seen Robson Green, and he said he wasn't, even though he's alive, he can't remember the 69 trophy parade when we won the Fairs Cup. And then but then he said his dad, like Shearer's dad, he was there for the 50s triumphs. But this is it. Again, it is what Robson Green said. We're sick of watching these cup finals where it was in black and white. No irony intended, even though we do play black and white. But like looking back at our success, with league titles 1905, 1907, 1909, 1927. I mean, we're having to go back there. It's called the modern era because the two periods before that, when we were founded, obviously up until 1901, was the Victorian era, and then from 1901 up until the outbreak of World War I was the Edwardian era. And honestly, it's just we have to keep going back to then. I mean, we're barely in colour when Bob Moncur lifted our last trophy, but then it's an even damning stat that I've seen that it were closer. Well, last trophy win, the man on the moon, that hadn't even happened yet. That was in July. And then you have to go back even further for our last domestic win in 55. But our last trophy of any kind, the Fairs Cup, the preceding trophy to the UEFA Cup and the modern day Europa League. That's closer now to the outbreak of World War I in 1914 than it is to the current day. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So of course it's a World Cup final. I'm just thinking, look, this is my kind of rallying cry. You look back and it's just crazy. I'm going to walk down the hill now. Hope I don't fall. I'll edit that out if I do. But honestly, it's just absolutely crazy that so many good teams have come and gone. Yes, there's been bad ownership. You could say that, like, this is about us, but just the North East clubs in general. The fact that we've only had 3 trophies between we're from 69 to Sunderland in 73 and Borough in 2004. But we know from our perspective, it's all just been bad ownership, wrong decisions, not investing in youth, selling off our best players when we can to make a profit, not bothering with infrastructure, anything like that. The only time we did have it was obviously when Sir John Hall saved we, and then it went to Freddie Shepherd. But again, in the end, that come back to bite we, because we had to sell Ferdinand mainly over Ginola because of what the club spent. I know there's a lot of anger at Kenny Dalglish, but it was a decision above his head that meant we sold Ferdinand. I wasn't too disappointed in Ginola, really, no matter what he'd done for the club, which was brilliant, and like the French flair, he was out of Vavavoom before Henry. But Ginola, again, he's then probably only got 7 goals in 2 seasons for us. So again, some look back misty-eyed at the entertainers era, but you can kind of understand why Ginola went then. But it was Ferdinand, and again, that's just strikes whenever I had this golden period, and it comes off the back of not winning the title. Again, I've said we'll go back to our trophies, so that is coming up now. It's 98 years since we won the league, because obviously we're not doing it this season. And then you go back to a FA Cup trophy wins as well, 1910, 1924, 1932, 1951, 1952 and 1955. And you just think, how have our club not won anything domestically since? And it's not been for the want of trying, but it's left with a lot of long faces. And I am saying that intentionally, like the horse here. Hiya, Keown. But honestly, it just boggles the mind how our club... I've even looked at some Liverpool comments, looked at their videos from their side of it, and they're staggered that a club like our size haven't won anything in that long. And it's just 70 years domestically without a trophy. So that's why it means more. Because we remember, yeah, like, we'll look back. Obviously, I don't remember because I wasn't alive, but the 76 League Cup final defeat, and then 2 years ago when we were there, that's all still fresh in my mind, because it just felt like that Man U team, more so than the 98 final, because Arsenal were going for the double in the FA Cup, and then more so than you could say the 99 final, because Man U were going for the treble. But yeah, Arsenal going for the double, Man U going for the treble, and it's just like, it's one of them situations where you just think, yes, we probably went into that in a defeatist mood, and we're thinking we didn't have a chance against these teams, but 2 years ago we should have beat that Man U team. I know we're missing Nick Pope after his red card against Liverpool the week before, and then we had to put Karius in goal, and you just look at the team from that day. I forgot how poor of a lineup really it was, but you've got to think now, there's been a lot of anxiety, obviously, the worry, and you know what? This club is dramatic, of course it is. We've always been a dramatic club. The teeters on the brink of absolutely brilliant or absolutely awful, but we'll follow it and we'll love it because it's ingrained in you. You see your first Newcastle team, whether that was on telly or whether it was you attending, and you just, but especially when you go to your first game, and you just fall in love. It's in with DNA. And it just gets ingrained in you. You want to know everything, what's happening with the club every second. Obviously, social media these days, as I'm doing right now, it helps. But you just care about your club so much. It's because we invest so much emotion in it, so much time, so much energy, and you just want the club to do well. You do. Like, it's because, like other fan bases, it's not just us, but you've just got... just ours in terms of numbers, because we're a Premier League club, and yes, we are one club city, but it's just like the fact of how far we travel as fans all over the country. You go to the arse end of the country, maybe to Brighton, to Southampton. Tomorrow we're all going to London, 32,000 with a ticket, but there's probably closer to double that or more going. And it's just will always be that club where we'll be a bit nervous if the slightest wrong pass happens or something goes out of play. Like, I know we're all worried about Nick Pope, but until we break that trophy hoodoo, we will be like that. It's who we are as a club. It's our identity. Of course, we're going to do videos. Well, most of it's in their contracts. The players have to do it as part of the media duties. But Liverpool, yes, they're more relaxed because they're used to winning. And look, I go back to it. When we played Liverpool in '74 in that FA Cup final, I've seen this. We were level on trophies with them. And then since, we've won none. And Liverpool have won, I think it was 38, but it could be 40 if you include non-major trophies like the Charity Shield. But what have we won as trophies? We've won the Intercity Fairs Cup 69. I've said obviously the 4 league titles, the 6 FA Cups. We've never won the League Cup. This will be our 3rd attempt at it. We won the Charity Shield in 1909, and then non-major trophies like that one, and the Anglo-Italian the Texaco Cup, wasn't it, in '73? But this is it. It means more, and we're more emotionally invested because that's who we are as a club. Hey everyone, I've came down to the quayside now. Annoyingly, it has started raining, but needs must, we'll continue. So just as I was saying, it was a little heavy before, so I just had to cut down here anyway. But yes, of course it does mean more to us as a club and us as a fan base, because when you go so long without it, you just want to know what it feels like. I mean, since then, I'm trying to remember the number. It was in the Athletic article earlier, but there's been 30 odd clubs who've won trophies since us, and in that you've got the clubs like Wigan, Swansea, Stoke. I mean, Christ, it just tells you how long we've been starved of success. So that's all we want. We just want to know what that feels like. Look, Liverpool have wrapped the league up, so can we just have this one? But what do I think going into Sunday? Well, am I afraid? Absolutely not. Everyone's thought all season this Liverpool team, despite only losing 1 in 29 league games, are invincible. They're absolutely not. It's been proven in the recent number of weeks. Even looking on Liverpool fans' comments on their fan pages and other sites and that, even online, just normal social media, they have said that even in our 2-0 defeat at Anfield, they have said Liverpool have a tendency to it's not really conserve energy, but he doesn't think they can go anymore, so they'll start the game at a high pace and intensity like we like to play at, but then they drop off because they've got no more to give. So that could be something if we're still in the game. And look, we've been knocked back. Yes, we've lost Gordon, we've lost Botman, we've lost Hall, but you just go with what you have. We've lost them players. There's nothing you can do about it. But look at Liverpool in this week. Again, like I said, they're not invincible. Plymouth beat them, albeit, yes, it wasn't a full-strength team, but they still had Premier League players who you'd expect should beat a team bottom of the Championship. So Plymouth have beat them. They were lucky in Paris to come away with a 1-0 win, but then PSG put that to rights on Tuesday night, didn't they? They've shown that they can be beaten, and at Anfield as well. You've got to remember, that's a difference between this weekend and a league defeat there, because we'll give them a right game up here at St James's. But this weekend, we'll have to remember, this isn't at Anfield. This is at Wembley. This is a neutral ground. We'll have half the stadium in black and white. And the players, you know what? They just look more focused. They just look more determined. It looks like they've learned off 2 years ago. And the know it hurts. I mean, they've been asked in the presser, Bruno and Isak, how 2 years ago feels. More like Bruno, because Isak didn't really have that impact, did he? Because he wasn't the player he is now. But yes, it did hurt. Of course it did. Also Bruno crying. We were upset. It was annoying. Got to learn from it that we're left at the end of the game because we didn't want to see their trophy parade. But what made it worse is Man U fans walking out before the trophy parade. And when we talked to them, they were like, it's just another trophy. And now I can't see Scousers doing that, but they have commented this week that they do believe that it's low on their priorities. I know they're out the FA Cup and now the Champions League, but it is low on their priorities if they had to choose between the league title, although it's wrapped up. They'd rather not win this, in my opinion. I mean, well, is that fair? No, maybe not. Of course, they'd like to win it. Could go for the record-breaking 11th League Cup, but to be honest, will it mean as much to them as the league? Absolutely not, because they've only won one Premier League title and they want to win this one legitimately. as everyone rips them for saying it was a COVID title. But it's just the way Andy Robertson came out after Tuesday night's defeat and went, just need to get Sunday out of the way. Like, I mean, what's that? It's a cup final and he's just saying, let's just get it out of the way. I mean, how embarrassing is that? I mean, it's a cup final, just treating it, oh, just want this game done, so I'm going into the international break. It's just crazy. And yes, it means more because we're starved of success. And I believe we can do it. We've got the players. As I've said a few times on this video now, Liverpool aren't invincible. They've lost Trent. He's not that good defensively, but he's brilliant going forward in an attacking sense. He would have caused the damage with his passing range. Now they'll have to play Jarrell Kwanzaa there, and I think it's a game that Harvey Barnes can't get at him. And yes, but I do believe Barnes had a good game Monday night, and was he at his absolute scintillating best? No, but he's someone that can get at. And I don't think we'll play a back five. I still think we should keep it to a normal system, a 4-3-3. We've got the players. Honestly, get Barnes on that left. It'll be Murphy right, Isak up top. And Isak just needs one chance sometimes, as he's proven against Liverpool before. And they have got weaknesses. Look, Isak is someone who, if you play him in when he's just on the half turn, so like he's side on, you play it in, you can get at that Liverpool defence. They're not all that. So that's an area where we can hurt them. All we ask for this time is you go out there and impose our game in then, because Liverpool are a kind of team that if you give them the first 10-15 minutes and they get a foothold, they are tough to kind of like try and hold the game back from them. So we just got to go at them if we can. Our usual game, intensity is our identity, and we just need to just be on the front foot and attack them. We've got the players to do it. We've arguably got a similar or better midfield than Tonali, Joe Linton and Bruno. So why can't we go at them? Honestly, we can. We've got the players to do it. And all we ask this time, because other finals, it's, as I said, it feels like we're happy to be there. The occasion got to the players, and then we're just like disappointed after, thinking what could have been as usual. So it's about time we're right at that wrong. And it's got to be this weekend, because you think as well for this team, how great they have done to get here. They are on a cycle, and this will be the last chance for a lot of them. And I just think you can't let this opportunity go by. As Dan Burn, excellent news this morning. He's in the England squad. It's fantastic. We've got him, Gordon, and Tino in there. Could have had Hall as well if he wasn't injured, but it's fantastic. Just pan around there. There's where the lads over there on the Millennium Bridge. The other sign's down here somewhere, but they've took it off the bridge, as you can see now. But yeah, it's we've got them players in the squad. That'll give them a massive lift. And Van Dijk, yes, he holds that defence together, but he is culpable. And he got done the other night, and Isak always has his life. I just, this time, as I said, I just want you to turn up. Just have a good game. Turn up. Go out there, 100%, full effort, no regrets. And then if you do that and you still get beat by a wonder goal, bit of quality, then you can have no complaints. But it's just when we go there, happy to be there, we'll put nothing in, and then you're thinking what might it be? Because it's a last chance for a lot of them. And you've just got to think it's not just the players, but they've shown how much it means in terms of what I've said with Bruno, with it being a World Cup final. Yes, it is. But from our side as a fan base, yes, we're going to enjoy tomorrow night in Covent Garden, but we just can't be too hungover where it affects for atmosphere like it did 2 years ago. We're going to have a good time tomorrow. All we can say is just go there, enjoy Covent Garden, but then make sure that you do clean up after yourselves like we did last time. I'm sure we will, but just be respectful of it. And then yes, that's us as fans. The players know what it means for all the past failures, because that's 5 finals since we last won that trophy, the Fairs Cup. But this is for everyone. My last rallying call, I'll say, it's not just for the players and fans in the city centre, it's for the area as a region. What it'll do, not even fans born at the minute, they'll be taught about it for generations. But you think the young fans who've been born only seen Mike Ashley till the takeover know nothing but failure. And then obviously now you just want it to be, it's for the city, it's for the surrounding areas. You've got Hexham, you've got Corbridge, you've got Wallsend, you've got Whitley Bay, you've got Cullercoats, you've got Alnwick, you've got Barnborough, you've got Seahouses, you've got the Black and Whites in Durham, all the way up to the border before Scum Country in Washington. and Pelo away. Like, you just got to think it's for so much more. It's for the entire area that's black and white. What it'll do for like bringing future players in, possibly that could push one to get Champions League football. It could then get with more trophies because we'll be on a roll with success. Other players will look at it and go, that's a team who do actually win things and they know how to. It's just massive, and I believe we can do it. So what's my final predictions before we go into it? Well, as I said, go there, no regrets, leave everything out there, do everything you can, just do it for themselves as well as the city, and that's not just the players and us as fans. We need to do our part and back the lads to the hilt, and we can't do it. But what will I do is, what do I think the scoreline will be? I honestly think could be a close affair, but I think it'll be level going late on, and I do believe this will be the case, and then Alexander Isak will get the winner and he'll go down as a hero. Bruno will lift that trophy and he'll be immortalised forever. I'm going to go, and as I say that, yeah, it feels like the rain's now actually dying off and the sun's getting out, so that made us look a massive liar. But I'm not Michael Fish, so good job I'm not reporting on the weather. Bring your voices, bring your hearts, bring everything. Leave everything in the stands and just hope that we do end that trophy drought, we'll bring it home. No matter what anyone thinks, Liverpool might be favourites, but underdog status normally suits we, and I just feel everything that's went against we in recent years, having to suffer Mike Ashley, all our ambition crushed, but we got the club back. And as Jimmy Neal said in the song, the river will rise again. This is a mighty town built upon solid ground. So let's do it. For the Newcastle, for all the surrounding areas, Northumberland, North Tyneside, South Tyneside, County Durham, and for those not with we, like John Alden, Liam Sweeney. Honestly, just do it for all the fans who have watched it through thick and thin, whether that's at home or travelling at the games, no matter where you are, and abroad, all we're expat fans. We've got to all do it. Us as fans, those as players, and Eddie Howe and his coaching team, and we can do it. And we can end all that malaise. But 60% of football is played in your head. So if they do the 40% on the pitch and then get the mentality right, they're beatable, they are beatable. And let's just end it. And then you'll see a party like no other. But anyway, just for now, that actually is me done. I'll give you one last shot of the Millennium Bridge. And just down the river, see Gateshead side, the old Sage. And there's the beautiful Tyne Bridge, be restored in time for its anniversary in October 2028. And then obviously, yes, there's the Swing Bridge, High Level Bridge, Metro Bridge, Redhuff Bridge. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I am now going, so take care, enjoy your weekends, and let's hope we do it. However, lads.